What's up, good people? It's your boy Hoom Boom, and this is the Hold Up Show. How is everyone doing? Hope you are having a blessed Tuesday. Hope you are showing gratitude to God. Whew, bugs messing with me. Hope you are making steps towards your higher self. Hope you are doing everything you need to do to better your situation and progress in whatever you are building in this life to move on. As usual, I'm out in one of my favorite places, nature, enjoying the sun, enjoying the clouds, you know what I mean? Uh, Showing my appreciation to my guardian angels, my ancestors, God, for blessing me to see another day. Just out here living life in my just be environment. No worries, no stress, no haters, no secret enemies, no drama, just no worries, just nothing, right? It's just been a beautiful experience through this spiritual awakening all summer. And we still got time to go. We still got, you know, things to elevate and places to explore and deeper depths within ourselves that need to be discovered. Well, at least I feel as though I have deeper depths, and more to peel back in trying to understand my full connection to the divine and my full connection to source, and just how to elevate myself and stay clear from karmic behavior, low vibrational attitudes, just people that don't want to see you win, or just people that are just so unhappy with their own life that misery loves company, that they're so miserable in their own existence that their escape is to jump into your existence and cause chaos. But if there's no one around in your environment and in your circle to cause you that type of chaos, it's peace, man. You know, some people like to attack you thinking that you are alone, or thinking that you don't have the support system that they can see or that they can visualize. But in all actuality, I ain't never been alone. I always had God with me. I always had my angels with me. I always had me with me. You know what I'm saying? I always was firm in what I believe and where I stand with things, and that is a gift that he gave me. Discernment. You know what I mean? The ability to stand on my own too, regardless if the world is against me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was built for that type of, you know what I mean? That type of uh circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will never ever be something that's too heavy for me to carry, because he gave me the strength to carry whatever. He gave me the strength to take all the hate, to take all the backstabbing, to take all the backbiting, to take anything and everything that anyone has ever tried to do to me, and transmute that energy and throw it right back at their ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just not something that I focus on. Like, it's like, once you've been shown the truth of things, and once you've been awaken to situations and how they transpire, or the energies in your environment that are, you know what I mean, just in your circumference. Once I got confirmation of who you is, best believe, like at the casino, I got all the money I need, buddy. Show your hands to the cameras upstairs. You know what I mean? And it was like, God tapped me on the shoulder and would say, hey, time to get up. I said, wash my hands of it, you feel me? Because in life, like I've had people say things about my behavior, or say things about how I carry myself, or how I want to deal with people, and things of that nature. And they want to say that you know, that some of my behaviors come across like I never cared about individuals, or I never whatever, but they never want to tell you what they did to get cut off. They never want to tell you the role that they played that got their ass cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's utter disrespect, or it's utter bad communication, or you're moving in deceptive ways, or you know, you don't stand on what you said you do, or you know, you just fake. Like, I can't be around fake individuals. You know, like, I know everyone tells little white lies here and there. Everyone does what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about no harmless shit. I'm talking about real shit. I'm talking about shit that, you know, if it was done to you, that you would be in your bag about, but people be expecting you to just be cool with it and just brush it up. Just, you know, hurry up and brush that off. You know, oh, it wasn't meant like that. Oh, you're being sensitive. Oh, you're you know, you're smashing ants with sledgehammers. And it's like, yeah, because that fucking ant crawled on me, or that fucking ant did something that I ain't like, or he tried to walk towards my food or whatever. And, you know, the action can never dictate the reaction. You feel me? Like, if you punch a person and they turn around and stab or shoot you, you had it coming, because you should have never put your hands on that person in the first place. You feel me? So if you disrespect somebody and they come back with super duper disrespect, you shouldn't be surprised. You should know you don't control what happens once it goes down. Like, once it goes down, it's going down. Like, and I feel like I've always wanted, you know, be an individual that lead with love and lead with peace. And, you know, even in situations that kind of like arose with people that I loved, or people that was in my circle, if they did something wrong to a stranger, I'm calling it, yo, nah, you was wrong. Like, I hope they do go punch you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew you shouldn't have did that, and it ain't no way in hell that you think that I was gonna stand by you while you did some foul shit. Like, no, I'm only standing up for the righteous. It doesn't mean that I don't love you, or I won't fuck with you to a certain extent. But if you foul, you foul, and motherfuckers know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this one individual try to tell me that I can't destroy his character. Like, motherfucker, you destroyed your character long ago. Like, like, if anything, I was a bright spot in your character, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have this false, have these false identities of themselves. Like, they let their insecurity somehow inflate their ego to make them believe that they are better than people or a person that has them in their insecurities in the first place. Like, Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, if you don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, how could you sit here and have the ego to think that you're better than somebody? Under what circumstances? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, people want to live in your skin, you know what I'm saying? Or if they don't want to live in your skin, they want to live in your energy. Because people can recognize divine energy in you before you even recognize it. Like, I always try to play it cool, you know what I mean? I've never been an overly arrogant type of person, you know. Of course I'm confident, because I'm confident in me, because I'm confident because I put in the work of whatever I needed to be confident in, or however I felt about the situation, you know what I mean? But I never really tried to shine on a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people out here that just can't wait to shine on somebody, and you know what I mean? And I've always been a congratulator. Like, I congratulate you all day. Like, I'll be there supporting you, pom-poms and everything, because I know what's for me is for me. Like, what I'm trying to do, you can't affect, you know what I mean? And even if you found a way to affect being a backstabber or enemy, or just someone that's insecure, jealous, or envious, or whatever, like, I could always make a new way, because I'm that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know what God has placed in me to make me the person that I am, that I can overcome anything. There's nothing that'll ever be too big for these shoulders to hold, because that is the way that he made me. And regardless of what, you know, anybody feel or anybody got to say, man, the proof's in the pudding, man. You can't compete where you don't compare. Like, and it was like, you know, when God started to reveal my enemies to me, and it was like, man, these motherfuckers, it's no comparison. Like, other than we're humans, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that you could stand up next to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be crazy sometimes. It was like, even a person that I respect, or that I think, or I feel as though that I can salute them and congratulate them because they're in a better life situation at the time or circumstance than I am. Like, oh, you know, they may have a better car, or a bigger house, or, you know, they are more resourceful at the time than I am. It does not make me look at them in a way of envious or jealousy, or even in a way to try to destroy or slow up their momentum. I'm easing up next to that person and asking them, hey, you know, what can you teach me, and what can I teach you? You know, because I'm trying to better my situation like you, or exceed that situation. Not that I'm in competition with you, I just want to do it my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you got a house, I might like condos. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no way I'm going to compare my condo to your house, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny, because so many people are in secret competition with people that ain't even thinking about them, or, you know what I mean, or maybe looking to look out for them because they're on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, like, dummies. Bitch, don't block your blessings. But, you know, hope everybody survived Maniac Monday. It is now $2 Tuesday, you know what I mean? So take your $2 and go drop it on a Powerball, or, you know, take your $5 and go drop it on a Mega Million, and live in the energy of being rich, being abundant, being resourceful. You know what I'm saying? If you are living righteously and you have good intentions, and your you know, your karma is in a good place because you wasn't out here spending most of your life trying to fuck people over, God is going to reward you. He is going to look out for you. He is going to keep you safe. He ain't going to give you what you want. He's going to give you more than what you want. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I just keep saying, like, I didn't threw away so many lives that I knew didn't suit for what he wanted me to do or suit for where he wanted me to go. And that's what I did. I threw that shit away because I know he got something better for me. Like, you know, right now, like, just these last 4 or 5 months, I just been free. I just been so free. I just been feeling energetically and spiritually and in my just in my skin the best that I've been in ever. Like, probably since childhood, before I could recognize, how many people was just running around having issues with me for no apparent reason, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, once you start to pick up on that energy, and once you start to really recognize what's going on that end, it kind of, as a child, it kind of starts to dim. You kind of start to hide or start to dim your light because you don't want that type of attention, or you don't want to have to deal with that hate. But shit, that shit never worked for me. Like, they see me, they find me, they seek me out. And it was just something that I had to learn how to transmute and deal with, you know what I mean? And I think I've gotten so good at it that once I thought it was all out my system or all out my cipher, come to find out the cipher was now the new enemies. You know what I'm saying? You be sleeping with the enemy, you could be befriending the enemy, they could be collaborating in cahoots, all types of shit. This, you can never put any circumstance or any you just can't put anything past anybody. Like, they will really try it. They will really try it. And then when they fail, they looking dumb as a motherfucker. Like they're looking so stupid. It's like, with the underhanded, half-assed private apologies, with the weird stares, with the all that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like all that fuck shit. And it's like even with like another individual, like, be wary of a person who only wants to show you when they winning. They never want to show you when they lose. They want to just give you this portrayal that they're always winning. But how are you always winning? You're in a fucking mama's house at damn near 50 years old. You can't be winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, social media didn't fuck the game up. It didn't fuck the game up. And it's like, I done went from sleeping in the snow, sleeping in stolen cars, sleeping in abandoned buildings. You know what I mean? Just, both parents did me dirty. Other immediate family didn't fuck with me. Like, all types of shit. No fucking reason. I survived it all. They thought that I was gonna be some lost cause out here, and I always handle business. There's nothing they can do with me because I always did it alone. So then it was like, when it's one particular snake called theirself isolating me, thinking that was going to hurt me, like I needed people. You are a dummy. Like, you're so stupid, because I was built by myself. Like, everything I did by myself, because no one was on the type of time or the type of energy that I was on in the first place. Like, so it's like, I had no choice but to do it by myself. I had no choice but to figure it out on my own. And that's what I wanted to talk to today about. I wanted to talk about energy pollution. Energy pollution. Now, this was one of like the hardest lessons that I had to learn, because I thought that no matter what, I would be able to handle and navigate situations without people and their trifling, disgusting ways of living and how they choose to go about their life. I wouldn't let it affect me. But let's just say you go to a manure plant. You could be fresh out the shower, cologned up, you know what I mean, fresh to death, not a spot on you. But you spend enough time in this manure, you smell it, you like, damn, it just smells like, oh, shit, right? But then after a while of you chilling in this shit, now you don't even smell it. Now it just becomes normal to you, and this, that, and the third. But you're still thinking you're fresh and you're clean. But until you go to a clean and a fresh air environment has nothing to do with, manure, or you're not nowhere near that facility or in that area, right? The clean, fresh air people gonna say, yo, you smell a little like manure, like you fresh and everything, but you got a stench of manure on you. You know what I mean? You got a stench of that fucked up karma on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a stench of trifling energy around you, the disgusting behavior, or just just karmic attitude, negative, you know what I mean, just negativity around you, right? Because when you play in dirt, or even just being around the people playing in dirt, you are going to get dusty. You're going to get some sort of dust, so you're going to inhale some of the dust. It's going to get on you somehow, some way. And that was a big lesson that I had to learn, was I can't be around those filthy energies, because those filthy energies will turn around and recognize that you're not as filthy as they are, and they'll start to throw the dirt on you. They'll start making mud pies, slinging them at you. They will make it their mission to get you as dirty, or if it's dirty, or if not, more dirty than they are. You know what I'm saying? They want to pull you down. They want to get you in the mud with them, because they're wondering, how did you stay so clean or stay not as dusty being in this environment like they is? Like, why didn't you just give up and succumb to doing what they do in Rome? You know what I mean? When in Rome, do as the Romans. And like, no. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you have to evaluate your energy. You have to evaluate your environment, because if it's polluted, if it's polluted, it will do nothing but pollute you in the end. Like, in the end, it'll eventually pollute you. It'll eventually find its way into your world to cause some type of confusion, destruction, or just altogether try to stop your progress, or just muddy the vision, right? Blur the vision, however you want to chop it up, right? And I see now that was a lot of the shit that I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that, like, I was slowly but surely separating myself from the environment and trying to find a new pure environment, or just a more uplifting, cleansing environment. In the midst of that transition, they must have felt me pulling away, or felt me and felt like this is the time to turn it all the way up a notch. Or when God started to pull me away, rejection for the protection, and started to show me why he's pulling me away from these people. Then it was like, oh man, these motherfuckers was throwing all types of mud pies on my back, and I'm still fresh in the front, and I got all these mud pies and dust and shit all on me and my back. And it was like, yeah, let us show you who's been throwing the mud. And it's like, you thinking it's some other motherfuckers. No, it's the motherfuckers right next to you. It's the motherfuckers you trying to hold near and dear. You know, all of them. The ones you sticking your dick in, or you letting stick the dick in you, or you know, the ones you calling bro, sis, the ones you want to hit up to do this, that, and the third. They'll all gotta show all that to you. He'll show you that your energy was polluted by the dusties or the bums or whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? Just tragic, poor energy motherfuckers that have nothing. Just have nothing, right? So when it's time to start cleansing your energy, he's going to show you. He's going to make that move, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt because it's going to shock the system. But once you break it down, like, I can't be hurt over this because this was never no good for me. This was never going to be any better than what it was, and I can't be hurt over here with these motherfuckers because they're bums. They weren't adding nothing to the equation anyway. So it's like I was just polluting myself, just polluting, right? And it'd be like, wow, you know. And then, you know, certain individuals that I looked at as like so-called mentors or I don't want to say authority figures because they never really had authority over me other than what, age, you know what I'm saying? But even then, like, even when you start to clean up your environment then and you start to try to migrate to those type of individuals, even those type of individuals, God will start showing you shit about them as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, like, I thought you was on the up and up. I thought you was a good spirit or whatever. And it's like, nope. They'll show you they ain't shit either. Or they just can't accept whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish now. The frequencies don't match. The vibrations are vibrating differently. So you have to let them go. You have to let them go. If they're not serving your highest purpose, you have to let them go. You are saving yourself. Are you going to choose somebody else's emotions, somebody else's point of view, somebody else's perspective over saving yourself? You must save yourself, because they will drag you to the pits of hell with them. They want to dance with the devil. You let them. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm out here in nature every day talking to God, and He is showing me stuff every day, and I be super appreciative. I gotta come out here every day just to check, just to make sure, like, yeah, they're still there. They still looking. They still smiling. Yeah. That said 555. That said 333. Oh, when this particular message came up, it said 1111. This particular message came up, it was 888. It was like, they have been guiding me the whole way, and they have been showing me the lengths that people will go to try to disrupt your life because they secretly hate you that much, or they secretly envy you that much. That motherfucker, your life is too, why is this person always this bitch always got a new weave, and she always going on trips. She always in the, or this motherfucker always do this, that, and the third, or he always in a good shit. He never have to go through it because I don't have that bullshit in my energy. Period. You know what I mean? And now that you recognize I don't got that bullshit in my energy, you trying to be the bullshit in my energy. Just to see me in a state to make you feel better, but it don't make you feel better. It does not elevate you. Because no matter what's going to put me in the same position as some of these motherfuckers that have been hating on me, I'm changing it up. I'm gonna come out of that shit on top. Like, I'm not gonna be a bitch ass nigga like them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have to resort to the things that they had to resort to that don't even put them in better positions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. You know what I mean? And it's like with this one particular individual, it's like, yo, bro, I looked you out for what you doing right now, but I already know that's a dead end. You are going to be a flunky for the rest of your life. If you ain't already an alcoholic, you're on your way to being an alcoholic, and you ain't got shit. You already halfway through the game at 50 years old, or almost 50 years old, or on your way sliding at 50 years old. You ain't got shit. You know what I mean? And you working for a motherfucker that ain't never going to give you shit. Like, he's going to keep you in a position of needing him. It's like, yo, retards. You know what I mean? Retards. But it was like, I seen the limitations of your potential long ago, and that's where you at. You know what I mean? And that's where you'll be. Not me, though. You know what I'm saying? Just like another motherfucker. Like, the limitations of his potential is all he could do is get bitches pregnant. You know what I mean? And be a bum. Do what you gotta do, my man. If that is going, if that's going to get you where you need to go, by all means. Don't come over here thinking you better than me. I already made my babies. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Them kids is grown. They living their life. They beautiful. They healthy. They're intelligent. Hopefully they got some of my gifts, some of my skills, some of the stuff got passed down to them through the ancestors, and they are using it, using their discernment, using their intuition, and you know what I mean? Just keeping their karma as clean as they possibly can. But I gave them life. I'm not in control of their life, you know? I can guide them to the best of my abilities if they're seeking the guidance, if they're seeking to listen to what I got to say. But if they are not, it is not for me to hold their adult hand through this life. Like, once certain cords get cut and you got to navigate this life on your own, it's like, I'm not never gone. I'm always here for your support. To a degree, you know, I'm not supporting any karmic negative attitudes or behavior. I don't care who you is. You know what I mean? I don't care who you is. Mother, father, kids, I don't give a fuck. You're out of here, right? Because that's just the way it gotta be. Like, because you gotta set these boundaries and let people know they can't play in your energy. They can't borrow your energy and then go try to, do other shit with it. No. And then it's like, on like my last video, it's like, as far as like referring to like the copycats, like the people who want to live in your energy or live in your essence without doing the work, or they have never accomplished anything in their life. Or, you can have your lover or significant other going around saying that, they're the reason you are the whatever you are. But I always wonder, if when people say that, how come you all fucked up? If you were the reason for somebody else's success, how weren't you successful for yourself? How don't you have the wherewithal, brains, intelligence, drive, ambition to be as good as the person that you're saying that they wouldn't be that if it wasn't for you, or you try to take credit for their ideas or their drive, or like, you never know what these motherfuckers be out here in the streets trying to promote, like they are responsible or they are the end all be all to your success, but they don't have anything of their own. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. I mean, they mentally can't break down how they did what, how they are responsible for your success, and then they can't intelligently break down why they don't have success. Why haven't they elevated? Why are they still in the same position doing the same things with the same mentality that they had however many years ago, right? So you have to clean your energetic environment. You have to get that pollution out of there. You know what I mean? Just think of it like Exxon spilling all that oil into the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Eventually, like, you could swim around it all you want, but that pollution is still in your ocean. It's still going to affect your ecosystem in somehow, some way. Eventually, you know what I mean? And you might make a mistake and swim through it, and now you're covered in oil. You know what I'm saying? And you one of those little ducklings that they have to pull out and fucking scrub you down and get all the Exxon off of you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be one of them. You don't want to be one of the whales that go through and get a mouthful of unleaded. You know? You know what I mean? So, because it can kill you. You know what I mean? It can take you down a path where, in some way, it either spiritually kills you, physically kills you, mentally kills you, or a combination of those things, And, it was like some things that I prioritized was, having the ability to have my slate clean, or having my environment open to where as though I never put myself in a position where I ain't able to capitalize on an opportunity, or able to broaden my horizons on something new because of something else that I did in my past that might have messed up that opportunity for me to take advantage of this opportunity, this, that, and the third. And there's been opportunities in my life that I missed, that I messed up, or that I failed to capitalize on because of my own immature actions. It wasn't even because of the pollution that I was around. It was just because of me not handling my business, not being mature enough at the time to prioritize some things. And it was like I had to take some, you throughout life have to take some dark, long stares in the mirror at yourself and really question what you're trying to do, and really question where you're trying to go and what you're trying to succeed at, or really chastise yourself for missing out on that opportunity, and promise yourself and put yourself in a disciplined position that if something like that arises again, that you don't fail on capitalizing on that opportunity. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just on here just hoping that people evaluate your situations, evaluate your environments, evaluate your circles, evaluate why you do the things that you do, and is this putting you in a position to succeed? Is this putting you in a position to progress? Is this putting you in a position to better yourself, to better your offspring situation? Is this a position you're putting yourself in that when you look back on your life, you say, I went about it the right way, the best way I could, and whatever was meant for me, God gave for me, and now I'm ready to ascend, hopefully to the gates of heaven, if that is something that he allows, or if that is something that he deems that I am worthy of, you know? So, it's your boy Hoom Boom. Hashtag faith. Hashtag he saved me for sure. Hashtag the grass is always greener on God's side. And hashtag always the motion. You dig? So, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'd like to thank all the new subscribers. I wish some of the short subscribers would come over to, you know, watch some of the videos, you know, and all that good stuff. But hey, you know, receive the message how you want to receive the message. If you like the shorts, please continue supporting the shorts. If you like the videos and you get something out of these, please continue to watch the videos. Please just continue to do good for yourself, you know what I mean? And think twice. Why is my nose itching? Think twice when you come up on a karmic situation that, you know, you feel as though you're about to do something devious. Really think upon that. Like, is this going to leave you in a better situation or a worse situation? Are you going to feel good in your heart and your soul and your spirit after you do this, or is this just a part of your demon time and that's just the type of time that you want to be on? Like, you know, we all got free will, and we all have our own minds and decisions to make. So I hope you make the right ones.